What's going on, everybody? We're gonna go over Mirage smokes as T's, CT's, and I'm gonna start off. We're gonna go over A smokes, couple of situation smokes. We're gonna go over mid, couple of situation smokes and nades, both, and then we're gonna go over B finally. Then lastly, I'm gonna go over CT smokes that we can use, or CT nades that are useful for retakes or preventing rushes right away. If you feel like you're gonna get rushed and you don't really want to put yourself out there to throw a smoke or throw a molly or something, you can use those lineups so you can stay safe, still have a position to retake after they try to rush out. So first we're gonna go over CT. This is my CT. You line up right here, you find the left of this and you jump through, and then this will land right on the box so they can't really get it. And then this one I like because if you try, a lot of people try to jump on ticket, this one blocks them from jumping on ticket and getting that one way. If you're trying to throw a different one, it might leave a corner for that. If you want to smoke stairs, this is my stairs lineup. Throw this right in the middle of these, and it will bounce once off Tetris, land perfectly onto stairs. Then lastly, the third smoke for A is the jungle smoke, which is right here. You line up in the middle of these pillars, find the left of this. For different resolutions, you do have to change the lineup. I found that out. If you're playing 16:9, you might want to line it up right here, but when you play 4:3, you have to line it up with like the edge of right here. So I throw it like right there, let that come out. It will bounce off the back wall, and it's really good because it really doesn't really give gaps. There's this little gap, but it's almost impossible unless you're like right here, and then you have to hit the quickest reaction time. If somebody wants to come over here, same thing, they have to hit the nice flick. But usually people will like to come out through this smoke. This is a very big thing. Every CT, if you're paying attention to this, every CT that plays aggressive will try and get a pick on the edge of this smoke every single time. There's so many times because you can use this to edge yourself out, pick out Palace, pick out the guys coming out A main later, so you don't get pressured into one angle. So you have to be careful of that. Sometimes you might want to throw a nade while that's smoked, maybe pretend this is a molly, throw a molly behind it so people can't try to push through it. So we're going to talk about a couple of situational smokes. If you're coming out A main, maybe you're already out, your smokes are dissipating, and you're not one of the ones that smoked. Maybe you're the one that was holding for the push while your teammate was smoking and was going to flash you out. This is good for like entries. Maybe they're coming out here, that smoke's dissipating, we took too long to come out here, look at the top of this corner and just left click that, and it will bounce off the wall, and then that will re-smoke your CT for you. Or if that smoke is just came out and then you need to re-smoke jungle, maybe you're more concerned about that. Maybe you're in a 1v2 situation, right? They both maybe think you're B, but one's gonna rotate through cat so he can like watch you try to cross the site or something, right? So then you can just throw this at this dot. It's kind of obvious, it's the only one like on the corner of this. You just aim here, jump through that, and then this will bounce off of stairs and give you a pretty good cat smoke, con smoke, so they can't really peek you trying to cross. It does kind of give them a one-way for jungle, but it's only really if they're playing close, and then if you're coming out this far, you know. So you have to be careful when you get to triple or default to kind of like pay attention for that guy. But other than that, those are pretty good situational smoke. Some nades that you might need to know coming out. Maybe you want to molly underpat or underbout. So we had the situational smokes. Now if you want, we can have some situational nades. You come out wide, you want to aim at the A, throw that down, that's going to come in, bounce off the wall, land perfect, so that's not going to block anybody in this corner. It might leave somebody here, they might have an angle, it might land and not spread this far, but it will definitely clear out this deep corner right here, and that's kind of what you want it for. You always want that molly to be clearing that deep corner, because that's the hardest one, because now you have to come out here while having your back turned to anybody maybe coming out of a smoke, trying to peek through here, maybe getting flashed through. So you want to have this corner. That's like the most important part, because you can clear these without like showing your body to anybody. You can come up triple or Tetris. You're not really showing your body to anybody CT triple while you're clearing underpass or underbelt. But when you have to come over all the way over here to clear it, now you're showing yourself to like 4 potential angles and stuff, and that makes it a lot harder. Also, something people do is molly the back of triple, especially if you have a teammate mollying here. Some people like to sit here, you know, wait for them to come out and then surprise them. Once they hear a couple footsteps, they'll be like boom, 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 and then start clearing. They have sandwich now, and they can easily take one-on-one fights like that. So that's a good thing to start mollying the back of that, so they always have to peek. Another thing, you can come up here, and what somebody who always comes Tetris should be doing is, if while your teammate is clearing this site, coming up here, the smoke is still here, you can drop down here. Anybody who sits in this spot, if they're sitting like this or anywhere looking, you will be able to see the side of their arm. So instead of having your teammate check maybe getting killed by looking close at them, you'll be able to see them before them sitting in ninja won't be able to see you here. So you can just get a couple body shots off, kill them, and they won't even be able to see you. Also, that's pretty much it for A site. We can go towards here and get our mid smokes in. So there's a couple ways you can smoke top mid. This is one of them. Come here, aim here, right click. You can come up here, you can right click, and see that was smoke there. That smokes a little bit deeper. And for these, if you're doing this solo, right? If you're solo, you can do this. I like to do this and then come up here and try to edge myself through this smoke. This guy window usually never suspects somebody coming up here just to get this, and then after you clear that, you can clear up cat maybe, then come get a one-on-one on con or on cat instead of con, and then I switch those up. Also, we can come back here, and in this, if we wanted to do like a fast B, line yourself in this corner so you can't stop. Look for the middle of these like squares or whatever. I use the middle of the orange one. Line your crosshair right below it and jump through that, and then this will go over. In 64 tick, by the way, this will not always hit, but in 128 this will always hit and give you a really good one, and it will go even higher to the point where these guys in con won't even be able to peek. They can't even do this peek. Like, this is kind of like a one-way here, so you kind of have to be careful. But when you're in 128 tick, it will come up like almost here. Yeah, like almost here, so this guy can't even get a peek, or maybe a little bit, but it's very hard for him, and he can't control people rushing up cat. So if you do that and then just start rushing up cat, get this, and you have molly and window here, so you can just worry about this guy here. You can get up here, have your guys' apps coming out while this guy is holding the rotator, having one guy pushing up while this guy's pushing out, pinching sight at the same time. So those are also really good things, or good nades for mid. So if you want to do splits instead of just sending your team directly through one site, if you are stuck top mid and you have a molly or a smoke, and you want, if you're really scared about this guy top mid, I like to aim myself in the middle of these four things right here. Aim up here and just run throw, and that will always land in the middle of the windows. So this guy, oh, I might have went too far. So this guy here in window can't get a one-way on either side. If you aren't in the middle of that lineup and you throw it, it could land like a little bit more to the left, and this guy can sneak out and still get an angle top mid here. So he can still catch you getting out, or maybe he wants to catch you peeking this side, and it doesn't really work. You don't even see him because of how good that smoke gives you a one-way. Also with the same thing, you can do the same lineup for a molly. So we come up here. Oh, here we go. And line ourselves in the middle of this. Look back up here and run throw. And that will land. Because that's a nade, it didn't really do it. But if you have a molly, it will land right in the middle of that. Burn those guys. It leaves a corner for this guy. So if you're using it to move, I would move like right away. You can get up cat really quick. And then once it starts to dissipate, maybe you're right here. Get up here. And now you're holding this for this guy to come out of here. While your teammate's like here, holding and pushing up cat. But don't be doing that. Don't be like baiting your teammate coming straight here, because you know, oh, this guy might be here. He might be here, so I have to hold this. Just baiting your team. Just do that if, like, if you really think he might be there and you have your teammate holding both angles for you and stuff. Also, you can go into window. Let's say you are the op player, right? You play middle for everybody, and they smoked mid. They threw the smoke. So now you can't do anything. You're stuck here. You know, you're like, oh, they have mid. Careful con, careful under, careful cat. Be careful of that. And then your teammates starting to stress out, and then they have to force out con, force up cat, just to make sure they have the control of that. You can do this once this starts to dissipate. Find this dot right here. Before it dissipates like this, you want to kind of throw it like while it's still there. So then once it dissipates, they don't think it's, they're like, oh, this is a really long smoke. Why isn't window gone yet? And then you can come out and literally get a one-way all the way up to con. Get this chair player, you can get top mid player, you can get anyone trying to get up cat. They really won't suspect you, and then you can get anybody there. But that's a really good one-way for that. Then also we will go on to B nades. We're gonna go over B smokes that are very useful. A lot of these smokes can be used in the same spot. This one spot, this corner, is a very powerful position for nades. You can smoke almost every single spot on B. You can even smoke a couple A spots. You can smoke window from here. It's like a lot of versatility just from this one angle or this one corner that you put yourself into. So first we're going to start off with market window. This is a pretty easy one because it's just stand still. You're going to find this corner on this, aim right here, and jump throw. Then we'll watch this. If they didn't break the window, it doesn't always go in, but usually it will. That time it just barely missed it, and it still goes in window, so they have a full smoke even if they're in market. Next, from the same spot, if you want to do market door, there's these three windows right here. You're going to aim at the third top one right here. You can use just anything, it doesn't really have to be precise. Then you just jump through that one, and that should land right in there. Yep, right there. So you can pretty much, if you want, have that person throw the door smoke really quick, then get out of the way, and then have your teammate throw that window smoke, or or vice versa. Either way, doesn't really matter. Also from this one, it's a very powerful one if you want to, if you have like a lurker holding top mid maybe, or you had somebody lurking A, nobody was really giving any info A, so he's going to come back apps. You planned it for apps, so he's just going to sit back apps and be the anchor for when after you guys peek and die and stuff, so he holds down that round. You can aim to the left of this building right over here, and I think just left click. Yep, just left click that, and it will smoke off deep cat, so anyone trying to retake from mid can't get any info. They just come out here and they're blocked off, and they have to wait a couple seconds. If they try to come out here, they're exposed to a lot of different angles, and they can't really jump into a spot where they get an isolation 1v1, so they really have to wait that smoke off. So that's a really powerful smoke for like a lurker or somebody who's late into the bomb site while they already have control of the bomb site, but they need smokes for retakes. That's a really good one for that. Then if you want to smoke for a rush, we can smoke bench and jail. You're going to aim to the top of this corner, aim to the left where it lines up with this right here. This is my lineup right here. So then you left click, and this will perfectly land right at the end of this pillar and pretty much give you, oh, that wasn't really it, but actually yeah, so it's kind of hard for him. You have to come all the way out here, and if anyone jumps out window, they can't really see anybody from jail. Also, this is a really good one for like a quick plant, right? And then also a little deeper, so you can do it like this, and it will be more of a window smoke. So like that, you want to crouch, and they can't really get you window. It smokes back. It's not in window, so you can't really call it a window smoke. So if you come over here, window will still be able to get an angle on you, but they can't get you while you're rushing out apps. Then we can come over here and aim at this back one. If you line yourself up with this window, find this antenna and this wall, aim right in the middle of it, and left click. Then this will come out and smoke left arches for you. so anybody can't get an angle on you and they have to peek from here. Or maybe you want to come out here and there's somebody right here, then you come over here. Don't have to worry about anybody holding from cat getting that angle on you. Then we can also do another arch smoke, which the lineup is here. Yep, and that will smoke right arches. So then you can have a combination of 2 smokes, rush out. This isolates site, anybody on site, you guys can wrap around, pretty much stress out anybody here, get those frags easily without having an extra angle on anybody else. So if you needed that one again, you come in this corner, you're gonna crouch, find the edge of where this meets these wires, and just left click, and that is a pretty good one. Also, when you're always taking B, what you're gonna want to do when you are coming out, people are always going to want, you always want to have somebody mollying here. This, because they got rid of this edge right here, is such a powerful position, but at the same time such a not powerful position, because this guy now can see where you are when you have to look and protect yourself from cat. Normally you couldn't see them when they're coming through, and you can only see them when they're like close, like right here or a little bit deeper, but now you can see them really far back. So when these guys are coming through here and they're clearing this angle, right, they come out here, they have to worry about this all the way back here. Like as soon as this thing comes up, they can see your head. Like even before, like right here, they can start seeing you. So you have to be really careful when you're coming out here. You have this angle, this angle, this angle, this angle, this angle, and maybe potentially one more right here. Maybe there's one on the ninja spot right here. Maybe he's head glitching. Maybe there's one when you come out, there's gonna be one default on site, just wetting the spray. So getting this molly off in this corner is very essential because of the angle of power that has. And then you get that out, come out here, maybe have somebody molly here. You want to be careful. Sometimes in higher ranked games, people will sit in this corner on like a deagle. Maybe they'll let you guys jump out, wait for this guy to come out and try to clear bench, and then boom, get this guy coming around, because nobody really checks this corner. They're gonna come around and try to check for somebody sitting behind here. Also, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get the jump right now. Oh, I did. But you can use yourself to edge up if you just walk up right here. See, I didn't do it last time, but you can see like how I edge myself up right here in this corner, and then you can jump up on here, and you have a pretty standard angle to hold people coming in through apps. This is a really dirty angle, and nobody from up here is really going to see your head right here. So that's a really experience angle that you have to kind of learn. I'm not really good at it at all. As you can see, I kind of need help to get myself up there. See, I'm kind of getting it. You kind of want to line yourself up right here, get up here, and you get this pretty dirty angle. You can watch them come through. If you have pretty good reaction time, you'll be able to get somebody on a rush, maybe get some info, maybe get just a shot off, get some 80 damage, and that's really good. Also for util on CT side, these are really good nades, which you're going to want to be doing on B. You can come into this corner right here, aim to the left of this dot right here, and just left click. This will go through window and give you a good deep B smoke, so they can't really get out. Give the guy, the van coming here, some time to set up. Maybe if he wants to get up here, get up into van, maybe he wants to get onto the corner without getting contested, so you can do that for your teammate. Or if you maybe feel like you're getting rushed, you know, maybe they're on an eco and you're like, oh, they're definitely gonna run out, I don't want to really put myself in van or close to window where they can jump out with SMGs and get an easy kill. So you want to just throw that, come out really quick, then you can back yourself really back right into market, and it doesn't even give you, oh, that one kind of fucked up, but usually it will go deeper so you can watch them come out this window, right? So you want to practice so it doesn't go like that, and you want to have this window from market, and you can just watch them and be like, okay, so it is a B rush, they're out B, then to communicate to your team, get that retake together. Then we can come over to A site. I did the mid one already. We're gonna come over here. Maybe you're coming out A main. I like to line myself up with the side of this and just do a run throw, right? And that will pretty much always give me this. Sometimes it will give you this angle, but it's really small, but it's not really for me trying to run over. I'm just doing that to prevent the rush. If you really want a precise one, you will come into this corner where you stop, find the edge of this right here, and just left click, and that will give you a very precise A main smoke, no edges. They can come out to the back if they really want. One I like, when you come over here, smoke palace right here, you don't, you have to like step through it like that, and that will give a deep palace smoke. For people playing con connector, they can come up here now and maybe get a peek A main before this guy wants to come out and peek him. Also, everybody knows this, the one way, just throw it right there, gives you this, boom, gets you that one way. Also, if you don't know, it's a really good way to peek here. So their head is going to be like right here where this red dot is. You're going to be able to easily see it come out, and then you can just boom, get them when they're coming out underpass, and they won't be able to see you. So that's pretty much it for Mirage. I'm going to go over Inferno nades next, and I hope this was very useful for you guys. I hope you guys are going to be paying attention to all this, and yeah.
I done learned a lot of things by myself. Yeah. Wake up in the morning like, what's good? Eating on this plate just like I should. Run up on me, nigga, man, I wish you would. Smoking on this wood, cause I ain't feeling